was something about the way my mom made the Christmas tree look.
Yes, yes.
That just filled me with hope, and it just made me think everything's gonna be okay.
See what's happening here? Check this out. So we move in, and within a couple months, there was a beautiful tree that was right here that got all got trimmed today. Something's going on over there. And do you see this tree right here? See that wonderful, beautiful tree right there? Well, it is being chopped down right now. It is being cut down, and there is a monster of a house back there, you can see, that is going to now be just accessible to basically see everything back here. I don't like it. And this is why I can't wait for one day to own my own home, because I will not have to deal with this. I hate trees being cut down. I absolutely hate it. At our previous house, we had this beautiful tree in the front, and the owner decided to cut it down because it got into the roots. The roots got into the main line. But I hate it. It kills me to see, not this tree's gonna be coming down, but this tree, there was a tree right here that came down already. It pains me to see these things be torn down. I just hate it. And this is why I can't wait to own a home one day so I can do it. I can have trees and lush, greens. We appreciate that more and more these days, at least out here in some of these communities. The people that live there don't appreciate it. And it saddens me. But on a better note, we are going to share Christmas with you guys. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas around here in the Catalan residence. Christmas is going up. Tonight, we set this up. Isn't this so beautiful? Look at this. It's our first Christmas setup, and it's all because of her. Christmas is a big deal for my wife.
A big deal for everyone?
It is a big deal, but do you remember that one time? Do you remember a wife?
Pretty sure I know what you're going to talk about right now.
Yes.
And I'm super ashamed of it.
There was once a time when we were sitting in a parking lot of a Home Depot, and we couldn't afford a tree. I think it was that we couldn't afford a Christmas tree. And you were brought to tears because
It was a snob.
you were not a snob. We were learning each other. That's when I learned how much Christmas was a big deal for you.
Yeah.
I remember Anna had told me how much you really needed a Christmas tree. I didn't understand why, and I really should be focusing. I'm like staring at you in the camera right here. I'm like, I could tell the story from this side, but my hair's all messed up. Let's see, hold on.
And mine's not.
Okay, I'm a wreck. I need a haircut, folks. Anna told me how much a Christmas tree to her meant, and I didn't really get it. I came from a big family, oldest of 6 kids, and we were pretty stable. Mom and dad were there. We had our ups and downs, just like families do. But my wife didn't grow up with stability in her life. She did not grow up with, having mom and dad there constantly. Dad was out at 4th grade. Love, was it 4th grade or 2nd grade?
Second,
Yeah,
first or second.
so, I think early on. And I came to learn that, and you'll need to correct me if I'm wrong, but that having a Christmas tree meant so much because there was so little in their life that they had control of, being kids that didn't have much, in means of like money or like, presents and things for Christmas. They were raised by a single mom, really, for much of their life. So it was in that parking lot of that Home Depot years ago where, yes, my wife got a little emotional. But I learned something.
Were you
going
gonna
to
tell more or no?
No, I was going to say, well, that's kind of what I remember, but.
Yeah. Well, the reason why the Christmas tree in particular was important was because I don't want to cry. Because the world was very chaotic for me, and I'm sure for the rest of my family. And there was something about the way my mom made the Christmas tree look.
Yes.
That just filled me with hope, and it just made me think everything's going to be okay. Like, we're going to get through. And I would just stare at the tree and how beautiful it was and how peaceful it looked. And it just was a symbol of, like, hope. Like, you're going to make it through. You're going to be okay. When we came upon that year that we were very not okay financially, and we did not have a plan yet, and we didn't know how to talk about money yet. And all of a sudden we realized, we cannot afford to get a Christmas tree this year. I was beside myself. And what my husband is omitting very sweetly, because I'm very ashamed to even admit this, is that we sat there and it wasn't just that we were sad that we couldn't afford a Christmas tree. It's that somebody had offered to buy us a Christmas tree at one of these Christmas tree auctions, and it was like a $20 Christmas tree, which in today's world, with my perspective, I'd be like, oh my gosh, thank you so much, because it's a Christmas tree, right?
Oh my gosh.
But it was not the kind of Christmas tree that I grew up with. It was a very different kind of Christmas tree.
Yeah.
And the feeling that came over me when I saw the kind of Christmas tree they wanted to purchase made me feel sick to my stomach. And I didn't know what to do, because I was literally, I don't know if I've told you this, but I do have panic attacks. And back then I used to have a lot more.
Oh, yeah.
And I literally was about to go into a panic attack. And I didn't know what to do, because obviously these people were being so kind. But I'm like, that tree does not symbolize hope to me. The tree itself for me looks chaotic, and my mom was very artistic about how she put ornaments on the tree, and how she, because she essentially designed the tree, because she would cut limbs off and rewire them on, and to make them look perfect, because we'd always get like the Charlie Brown trees, and so she would like make them look like amazing. And these were like the big fluffy trees that the ornaments can really only go on the outside, which is totally fine. Now I'm more accustomed to those trees, but back when we had just gotten married, those trees I'd almost never seen before. So it felt really weird, and I almost went into a panic attack, and I didn't know how to tell these really nice people, like, I cannot have that tree in my house. It will produce anxiety, not peace. and like, but how do you tell somebody that? Because you're like really saying, I'm a Christmas tree snob, and that's not good enough for me. And so I just felt like, oh my gosh, I'm the most horrible, ungrateful person in the world. I felt terrible. And so I told Joel in his ear, I said, I can't have that Christmas tree. Like, I don't know what to do. And he was like, what? He was like, are you kidding me? Like, these nice people. Because he has his stuff together, and I did not.
Oh, no, please.
But he was like, these people are giving us a Christmas tree. Like, what are you talking about?
Well, that is funny. Yes, I forgot a couple of those things, but it is so...
It is seared in my memory, because I'm so filled with guilt and shame. And I think I still like try to apologize to her about that.
Oh, that's hilarious. Well, nonetheless, I appreciate you sharing. Thank you for sharing your story and your feelings and emotions. But we all have a story, don't we? We all do. And what's lovely is that I get to have, we learned a lot that Christmas prior to our financial journey and everything. But what I love is that we all have these traditions in our families, and there's reasons why we do certain things. Another one is this really awesome, I don't know if you've seen these guys. These are so cool. Like, this is one of Anna's favorites. That you light the candles and the little bells. It was one of her mom's favorites. So we broke out all the fun Christmas stuff tonight. And as you can see, she's done such a beautiful job. We even have stuff out in the front. It is Christmas time here in the Catalans, and we are celebrating it for the first time in a different home. The first time in 9 Christmases. 8 Christmases or 9? 9 years there.
9
we
years
spent
there, and we've been married for almost 17 years.
Yeah, so new house has new opportunities. I'll give you a really close-up look really quickly here. We put the ribbons and stuff, but look at that. Isn't it beautiful? It's a beautiful tree. And there's the tree. We went with fake tree 3 years ago, right? Was it 3 years ago?
Yeah.
We bought this on a Black Friday.
My birthday.
Your birthday. And we
wanted to decorate. It was the day after Thanksgiving.
That's right. It was the day after Thanksgiving, and we got it for cheap because we haggled our price at a Lowe's, no, at a Osh, and it was the only one left. It was a store floor or demo model, and that was all that was left. And I said, I'll take it, and I'll take
And
this
there were
much
a couple things
off.
wrong
There were some things wrong with it, exactly, and we got like a deal. But so if we go fake now, and then the beautiful
We do.
mantle.
I
And
miss
there's
the
nothing.
real ones, but I
Uh-huh.
don't worry so much about fires because we like to have our tree up for a really while. I look tore
You look
up.
awesome. I'd like to have ours up for a while.
What was I talking- Yeah, we like to have it up for a while. We like to put it up right after Thanksgiving and then take it down right after Easter. Just kidding. Right after New Year's. Right after the 4th of July.
I don't know about you guys, but we started Christmas songs really early this year. We just needed the Christmas joy and Christmas tree a lot early this year.
I always start on that early.
She does. Okay, I accepted it this year.
Oh,
I welcomed it. I said, yes, we're going super early. Okay, I started listening to the earliest I have. She always listens early.
Okay.
But yes, Christmas time is here. Thank you so much for tuning in. And in the next episode, guys, we're going to talk about what a 2020 Christmas might look like for us and for you. And that might mean having to sacrifice in ways maybe we haven't done in the past. Be sure to come back for the next video. Stay safe and healthy.
See you in the comments.